When you go on television, you kind of lay your soul bare. Was it about being more open?
Yeah, I've worked in this business since I left school. You know, started straight from sixth form, so I've had like 27 years in the industry so far. And the industry is a great place with great careers and great people. And we've allowed ourselves to become, I think, since the 90s, this faceless mass of energy business people. That somehow have these, dark secrets, or people so think. And I'm determined in every job I've ever had the opportunity to do to make sure that I use the environment around me to the maximum, to actually educate people about what we're doing and why. And being Chief Operating Officer is no different.
What sort of jobs did you do? Which parts of the business did you go to? And what was the toughest?
Well, I did a complete range of jobs, and every day I started a new job. The only thing I knew 24 hours beforehand is we need you in the south of England, or we need you in the northeast. So I didn't know who, where or when, just rough location. So the first day I did Didcot Power Station, and I spent the day with a guy called Tim on the coal plant, who is doing today a very, very similar job to the one that I started on in the industry back in 1984. What
about something you'd never done before? Some part of the industry that you've never worked in? I'm sure there must be a part. Well, did you try anything there?
Well, I mean, other than the actual power stations, the other three scenarios I was placed in were pretty alien. Two of them were, technical hands-on. So I spent 2 days with a guy, installing electricity meters in Leeds. So whilst I'd never done that, it was, familiar kind of, technical electrical things that was fine. I also spent a day with a guy in southeast London as part of our home team, servicing, boilers and gas, installations, which was, again, never done that, before, and that was an eye-opener. But the bit that was the absolute, killer, which was tough. And if ever anybody says to me, it's only answering phones, I will be their greatest champion, I tell you, because I spent 2 days with a girl called Steph in Thornaby, which is one of our northeastern customer contact centres. And it's not just a customer contact centre, it's a customer contact centre that deals with complaints.
And what about you? What have you learnt about yourself?
It was really good for me to actually just reacquaint, myself with, parts of the business that, I've been out of quite a long time. I mean, there are parts that were completely new. I think what I've learned from myself, I'm reassured that I still am in touch with, people that matter. I do genuinely think that I am quite an unusual board member of a utility, because the thing that matters to me more than anything, are the people. I mean, I get sick and tired of people, saying that in some kind of cliched, way, where, there's about as much sincerity as a slap in the face with a wet fish. This is, the people in our business really matter. And I know what it feels like to be on a plant that's closing. I know what it feels like to have to try and reinvent yourself. And I know where I started in the damn business. And I also know that it's a whole industry that's got a fantastic career map if you can find your way through it. So I've been reassured that I haven't lost that touch, to be honest, because it felt great, to be with those people doing those things.